Washington Irving. Washington Irving was a famous 19th-century American writer. He was born in New York on April 3, 1783, in New York City. He was the youngest of 11 children and he was named after George Washington. Washington Irving was educated privately. He began his writing career by writing essays for the Morning Chronicle, which was edited by his older brother Peter. From 1804 to 1806, he went on a tour of Europe. When he returned, he became a lawyer. However, he spent more time writing than practicing law. Washington Irving's History of New York from the Beginning of the World to the End of the Dutch Dynasty, by Diedrich Knickerbocker was published in 1809. In 1815, he traveled to England to help his brothers with the family business. In London, he met the famous Scottish writer Walter Scott and became friends with him. He stayed in England and wrote the sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon, Gentleman. It is a collection of essays and stories. The two most famous of these stories are The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Rip Van Winkle. They have been called the first American short stories. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is a ghost story set in America. Rip Van Winkle is a story about an American farmer who sleeps for 20 years and wakes up as an old man to find his wife dead, his daughter happily married, and America an independent country. In 1832, Washington Irving returned to the United States. He made a journey west and this expedition inspired his book A Tour of the Prairies. Except for 4 years, when he was an ambassador to Spain, he spent the rest of his life at his home in Sunnyside, in Tarrytown, on the Hudson River. He spent his time there writing books. He wrote historical and biographical works, for example a biography of George Washington. He died at his home on November 28, 1859.